Well, what a cracking time everybody had at the fourth round of the Costa BREAM Series. It was the Mercury sponsored round at St Helens, and the fish, well, there were plenty of them, and we saw our first ever international angler take home the title. This is Mike Sutcliffe from Singapore getting the job done down in the mouth.
There was one flat that I fished years and years ago, actually socially with Steersy, and we got good fish off it. And I thought, well, that's kind of a good flat to fish. Good place to start. And I couldn't get on it during pre-fish day. It was covered in boats. So there was lots of other people who had the same thought as me. So I thought, okay, we'll leave it. And we'll try and find somewhere else. And then I wanted to fish out the front because I figured that's where the bigger fish were going to be. And went around the corner, and lo and behold, there's nobody on the flat.
It was like the waters parted and let you in there.
Well, something like that, but it was just, again, blind luck. So there was nobody else on the flat, so I thought, well, this will do. And yesterday, the wind, we had wind blowing from two different directions in 2 different days. So yesterday, the tide was coming in and the wind was blowing against the tide. So I decided, you had a choice. Do you go with the tide, do you go with the wind? Fishing hard bodies on a clear blue sky day, go with the wind.
Make the long cast.
Yeah, make the long cast. So I rode the electric pretty hard and just made these really, really long casts across this. It's not exactly a flat, it was kind of a drop off from a flat, in between the oyster racks and the shore. And there's a patch of ground there. If you could see weed which looked kind of like sponges, that seemed to be the right territory. There were the odd dig here and there, but that seemed to be what the fish were in. And we saw gummy sharks and rays and all the rest of it. But yeah, so the fish were in that. And this outfit and this lure just did the damage both days. So today we did it the other way around, put in the other end because the wind and tide were both going the same direction. But again, super long casts. I mean, I think, fishing with both my non-boaters, I even gave my non-boater one of these lures yesterday because I wanted him to get fish. And we were fishing the same structure, the same patch of fish, the same weight of leader and all the rest of it, and he was still not getting the fish. Now, I don't know whether it was his retrieve or the fact that he wasn't chucking it quite as far as I was throwing. So this is a samurai reaction, which I really, really like. I bought it when I was at the Gold Coast for the grand final last year. I was in a tackle shop waving rods around, making it look like I knew what I was doing. And I picked this one up and went, thought I've got to have one of those. So I picked it up, and I've really enjoyed having it. And it's paired with a Daiwa Exist, as you can see. And there was one lure which did the damage all weekend. You can see it's so beaten up, it's missing an eye on one side now. A couple of quick rips and then quite long pauses. So yeah, it seemed to work.
Second placed Mario Vukic has really learned to fish this arena well, and he brought bags over 4 kilograms both days. He's become the master of the plastic baits at St Helens. Long-time ABT sponsor Z-Man, brought in by Tackle Tactics Australia. These grubs got a real workout on the weekend, and when you had Mario and non-boater Stuart Walker on board, you know that there was going to be a real fish fest. If the Tassie ABT Tour featured one-day events, this man would have won both of them. Cam Whittam led the first day out, but fell slightly short on day 2, picking up a 3rd place and a great paycheck. He was also the top-placed Mercury owner for this event.
Not real big, but I'll take him, mate. Good stuff. Good job. 34, 30, 34 gram. Actually, a little stubby fish he is. Yeah. Might be slightly shorter than 30, but he's about a 30 weight. Woo! Good. Got a little dog there, isn't he? Yeah.
Victoria's Peter Nord loves Tassie so much he's staying there for another couple of weeks, and he got his full bag limit of 20 out of 20 on the Tassie ABT Tour, and this is how he did it. Now, let's do the math for Duff Rod's Steve DUFF. He caught 9 out of 10 fish for the weekend. He fell 1 fish short on the second day, and he was 1.09 kilograms behind the lead. So one more good fish for Duff Man would have brought him his first ABT win since the grand final in 2005. Regardless, he had a great time and took home a great paycheck.
Hey. Three.
Declan BETTS put on a real clinic on day 2, catching his full 5 fish limit off the little bridge that runs into town. And he gave Wally Fay a real lesson. See if you can play Where's Wally in the background here.
Two.
And we've got a name for Wilfred's highlights package. It's Crouching Declan Hidden Cranker.
He's down on his haunches, he's up, Eric. Great work, Declan. Come on out, here he is. Well done, Declan.
I told you there was one more, yeah.
You did. You were right. Thank you.
Upgrade.
We think that the winner of the Derwent event, Steve PRYKE, couldn't possibly be disappointed with his 13th place in St Helens. He caught his 5 fish limit each day and left Tasmania with a full 20 out of 20. side had really good success for the last 2 events at St Helens in the racks, but this year, well, they just didn't happen. So for the live stream viewers, it's 50 minutes in on the second day. Last day of fishing Tassie. It all ends so quick. No bites yet. We're just waiting for this tide to come up. Oh, big bream. Got him. Not big, but he's a keeper. Yeah, grab the net. Just because I feel stupid if I go to pole him and he comes off. Not big though. He's legal. Thanks, mate. Champion. Jeez, he's small. But I did, you know what? I saw him come out though. He swam out from the racks. And I would have killed for a fished one like that yesterday. So he's only a small one, but he's a start, eh? On the West Aussie rigged Z-Man. Over it. See how they're sort of out in the flat a bit now? Yeah. That's a bit better. Good fish. Get out of there, mate. Thank you. And Mercury dealer Rhys Thomas from St Kilda Marine caught him too. Number 2, he's a bigger one too. Give you a bit of Rhys cam here. Right out the middle, eh? Yep. Doesn't matter.
On the Twitch freak.
And last but not least, we have Charlie Saykao, who caught a few good fish in St Helens but didn't put enough together to make a real dent in the scoreboard. But hey, nowadays we judge Charlie's events on how little he breaks, not how much he catches. So Charlie, it was great to have you in Tasmania, and in fact all of the anglers had such a great time, we're going to do it again in a couple of years.
God's taken all day.
Want to follow the action live? A couple of things to do. One is subscribe to ABT Tournaments on YouTube. The other, have abt.org.au in your browser, have it on a bookmark and check it regularly during the events.